welcome all.
Welcome to the chat, everybody. With myself, the OCD is Chick, and
Hands in the dirt.
Hands in the dirt. We've got a wonderful show lined up for you guys tonight. Some special ladies, some seasoned ladies. They are seasoned with paprika, seasoned with onion powder. I know you like that, Stacy. Garlic, seasoned with some Old Bay, some thyme, some rosemary, all the good stuff. Just seasoned.
I like my women smelling like Old Bay.
I'm just glad you didn't say pickle juice.
Hey.
Welcome, everybody. Let's see. God's desire from me. Welcome to the chat. Good to see you tonight.
Welcome.
Thank you for being here. Kay's Renee's Garden. Welcome, Kay Renee.
What's going on,
welcome
Kay?
To the chat. Welcome, Lash's Journey.
Welcome, cucumber. Lashes in the cucumber.
Miss Patti. Welcome.
CC.
CC's Texas Garden. CC was just here not too long ago.
Right.
Check out that replay. She's speaking to Miss Patti, kitchen, garden, and more.
My main man, Michael.
Kay Renee speaking to Lashes, CC, Patti, and God's Desire. Mike's Chaotic Gardening. Welcome, Mike. Thanks for being here tonight. Welcome to the chat. How's the weather, Mike? Passionately Intrigued Arts. Welcome to the chat, sis. Thanks for being here. Sandra's Living a Full Life. Greetings, everyone. Welcome to the chat. So good to have you here tonight.
Hey, Sandra, what's going on?
CC speaking. Everybody's speaking tonight. TLC in the garden. Welcome to the chat, sis. TLC. Good to see you. There's our co-host, honorary co-host, Bougie Prepper. Welcome to the chat, sis. Hi. Good to see you tonight.
Come on, Bougie.
Awesome moderator. Gigi too, but also Gina versus Gina.
Gina versus Gina.
Hey, Gina. Good to see you tonight. Thanks for being here. She says, hey, everyone.
Not the onions. No, Sweet Tongue.
The best. It's not the same without those onions.
Yeah, it is.
Isn't that right, Sweet Thumb? Sweet Thumb likes those onions. Said, not the onions. Welcome, Sweet Thumb. Everybody speaking. We're going to get ready to bring up our guest. Let's see. Let me try to head down of the chat tonight. Hope everybody's having a great evening.
Let me help Nikki. What's going on? Welcome to the chat.
Welcome, Cassandra. Welcome, Happy Mac. Good to see you tonight. Hey, it's Passion. Oh, this chat is starting to pump and jump. Okay, let's see. Here we go. Darth X. Welcome to the chat. Thanks for being here. All right, we're going to bring the ladies up. Let's see. Heading down to the bottom.
I missed her.
Stacy's got anybody that I've missed, of course. Hey, Janet, how are you? Welcome to the chat. Janet Cruising Homestead.
What's up, Janet? Welcome.
Head on down to the bottom.
Everyone.
All right.
It's raining here.
Is it raining?
Yeah, it's our first rain since last month.
Wow. I saw that catch you got.
Oh, yeah. You know me.
Okay, nice. Okay. Let me get on. Okay, let's bring up our guests. Get ready. Let's go.
Bring them out.
One at a time. Welcome, Patti's Kitchen, Garden, and more.
Patti. Y'all already know.
Welcome, Yankeesista Homestead.
We got the Northeast, South.
Welcome.
We got
welcome, Miss Shirley, OG Gardner.
We got the Midwest.
Yes, welcome, Georgia Peachnut.
You know what I'm saying? Georgia Peachnut.
Welcome, ladies. So glad to have you guys here tonight. I tell you, ladies edition. Welcome.
Nikki. I'm in the middle at the top.
Yeah, you're in the middle. Oh, how about that?
Monday.
All right, ladies. Let's see. Let me head back to the chat. Did I miss anything? Anybody? Welcome. Let's see. who just came in. Welcome, Miss Gwen, the OK Lounge. Welcome.
Hey.
Coming in tonight. All right, ladies.
She says the panel is full of wisdom and knowledge.
Oh,
very true.
Very true. Very, very true. Let me see
Between
if I can.
all these ladies right here, been a whole lot of collard greens made on Sunday.
Okay, that part. That part.
I'll be in church thinking stuff like that. My mom be like, "Boy, something wrong with you." I said, "Mom, what's mother's board?" I said, "Been a whole lot of chickens cooked up there."
all those good hands. All those good hands.
Right. When I look at the
favorite color, ladies.
Yes.
Let's do a little icebreaker. Warm you up a little bit. Let's warm you up a little bit.
Okay.
Red. I get to say one.
All right, Miss Patti, let's start with you. Favorite color, Miss Patti?
Blue. And
blue.
I like pink.
And okay. Like pink. And you like pink too? Yes. All right, Miss Georgia. What is your favorite color?
Green and gold.
Green and gold. I do like green myself. Miss Shirley, favorite color?
Red and purple.
Red and purple. Red and okay. Purple. All right. Yankeesista.
And mine's is purple royalty.
Purple royalty. Okay.
Yeah. My mama. Yeah.
Purple too?
Yes. Mine is blue.
You like blue?
Yeah.
I love orange and yellow. Love those bright colors. Let's see who just came in here. Welcome. Wait a minute, that's not who I wanted to click on. Okay, here it is. It moved on me. Francesca. Welcome, Francesca. Welcome to the chat. Thanks for being here tonight. All right, ladies. Let's do another icebreaker. Dirty hands or dirty feet? Anyone can chime in on this one.
Y'all gonna stop picking on me.
What do you mean?
Meaning, hands? would you prefer, or if you had to choose one, would it be dirty hands or dirty feet? You have to choose one.
Dirty feet.
Dirty feet.
Dirty feet.
Dirty feet. Dirty feet. Oh.
Yeah, I'd say dirty feet too, because at least I could put on some socks and try to cover up the dirt. But my hands, they have to be clean.
Yeah,
I'm like you about that, Nikki. I'm a little OCD about that. I have long nails, and I keep a file here. So every time I wash my hands, I go underneath and clean my nails.
Mm-hmm.
That drives me bananas. If you reach your hand out to shake it and your hands is looking rough, I'm sorry, I can't do it.
You'd be like, let's do one of these numbers.
Yeah, you don't want any black line fingernails,
Yes.
It's just gonna stuck all over dirty hands in the dirt. You just ain't got to.
Feet. Mike says feet. I don't eat with feet. That's right. Right.
Yeah, exactly. I'd rather have dirty feet.
Welcome, Roro. Welcome. Dirty feet. Yeah, I think everybody's kind of dirty feet walking in the garden.
J3GS Farm.
Welcome, J3.
Look, Tamika Davis. What's going on? Like, yeah, give me the funky feet. Yeah, stank feet. Yeah.
Stank. Oh.
Now, David Corey might have a different story about that, though.
Oh, you know it. Dirty feet all day. Dirty feet all day. Welcome, Tamika Davis. Welcome to the chat. We appreciate you being here. Let's see. We've got a full house tonight, so we don't want to miss anybody. But if we do, please forgive us. The chat is where it's at. And lovely guest panel. Hello.
Oh, so
Happy Matt. What's going on? I'll call out a few people. Drells. Healing Gardening Journey. Welcome, Mala.
Welcome, Drells.
Am I pronouncing that right? Mala?
I said Mala as well. Hopefully we're pronouncing that correctly.
Roro Latrice, welcome.
Welcome, Roro.
We appreciate you guys being here. Thank you.
Yes. Thanks for being here. Okay. So now that we've done our icebreakers, everybody's feeling loose and comfortable now.
Yeah.
Ready to go.
They got clean hands and dirty feet. We're straight.
Yeah, we got dirty feet, but clean hands. Clean hands and a clean heart.
Yes.
That's right. Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to call on you ladies one at a time so that we can all be heard here. All right. Where did you grow up and what was life like growing up in your town or city? Miss Patti, let's start with you, lady.
I grew up in Louisiana, my early life, and life was good. In fact, when my family moved to Alabama, I was upset because I didn't want to leave home. All of my friends were there, family there. So life was very good growing up, my early life. I left Louisiana when I was 14 years old, so I was almost grown.
Mm,
So,
wow. I love that. Okay. Georgia Peachnut, you're up next. Where did you grow up? What was life like in your town or city?
Ooh, that's a mouthful. Grew up in downtown Atlanta in Grady Homes. The hands in the dirt know about that.
Okay.
I know definitely.
During the era of the civil rights movement, my mother was very involved in the community and civil rights, voters' rights, educational rights, mental health. So we were very busy. She was pretty big wheel in Atlanta. Grew up as an extended family member of the King family. Would travel sometimes with Dr. King when he was in town with Yolanda, and
Mm,
spending the night at their house lots and lots and lots of
Yeah.
times. Attended Grady High School.
mm,
Outlet of Lewis was the elementary school in H.R. Butler, and I went to Morris Brown College.
Yeah.
Uh, Life was interesting back then.
Yeah.
I'm
There was a lot of, we as a people were close knit. We were closer than we are now
yeah.
because there was a need for us to be close due to the racism
Mm-hmm.
in the South. So I grew up with the Joseph Lowry's, the Andrew Youngs, that group of people. Uh, I not recently, I was the personal assistant to Dr. Christine King Paris, who was Dr. King's sister. As you know, she passed away recently.
Yes.
So
Mm-hmm.
that's encompasses my whole life. Just busy, 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 advocating for people who can't advocate for themselves, for hiring CNAs, for families who need CNAs, and at the age of 70, looking for a way to slow down.
All right.
So,
Yeah. Well, thank you for your service.
Yes.
Thank you so much. All right, Miss Shirley, you up next. Where did you grow up and what was life like growing up in your
Um,
town or city?
I was born and raised here in Cleveland, Ohio, but my family came from Georgia and Alabama. So even though I was a city girl, I had a lot of country ways and a lot of country lingo, so to speak.
Mm,
Because when you're around certain people, they say, "Are you from the South?" And it's just things you pick up like from your older ones, like your grandparents and great grandparents. I got a chance to meet them. Um, my grandmother was a gardener, so that's where I got my love of gardening. They bought a two-family house, and grandma and granddaddy, my aunt was on the first floor. Me and my mom and my cousins and aunts, we were upstairs. So we all grew up kind of in the same house. We were more like brothers and sisters than cousins. Um, my family didn't know how to read and write. So they had meager jobs, but they were good at what they did. They became experts. And I learned how to make a dress out of butcher paper, brown paper, to make a pattern. I learned how to crochet. My grandmother was a seamstress, and she had one of those old-fashioned Singer sewing machines where you had the foot pedal and take the wheel and spin it.
mhm.
So,
yeah.
so when I was in junior high school and they had home ec at that time, still in the schools, while they were making little what they call little aprons, I was making three-piece suits. You know,
all right, now, Miss Shirley, go ahead.
and I learned to cook from scratch, and that's where I came in a hot water, canning and stuff because you didn't run to the supermarket back in the day for every little thing. You looked in your cupboards and seen what you had, and you made it. And
Yeah.
times was super back in those days. You didn't lock your doors. You could leave your windows open. You wasn't worried about your kids, being snatched up and stuff. It was just good fun.
Yeah.
These kids nowadays, they don't know what games are. They don't know about, well, it's coming back, but double dutch and four corners and roller skating and
Mm-hmm.
stuff. They don't know about the fun and penny candy that we grew up on. So
Mm-hmm.
I had uneventful childhood up until I was a teenager. Then the dynamics changed, but I learned how to grow up real quick. So I've always been
Awesome.
self-sufficient, and I've always been an avid reader, and I like to read about stuff. If I can't go there, I can read about it.
True.
Awesome.
And I
Awesome.
like pass whatever I learn on to other people. So yeah.
Thank you for sharing, Miss Shirley. All right, Yankee sister, where did you grow up and what was life like growing up in your town or city?
Well, I was born and raised in Connecticut,
Okay.
Waterbury, Connecticut. And my family migrated from the South, from Charleston, South Carolina.
Okay.
So I've got roots there. And Waterbury is and was always an industrial town. It's known as the Brass City. So there was a lot of manufacturing here. They would migrate from the South to come here and work, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and, get money and stuff to bring the rest of the family up. But I am a second generation being born and bred in Waterbury, Connecticut, and my family. And just like Shirley was saying too, we were a very close knit family. Um, in our neighborhood, just about all of us went to the same church.
Okay.
Um, and it was the old saying that if you went down the street, somebody and you did something wrong, your mother would know about it by the time you got back home. you know,
Yeah.
so it was very, very close knit. And myself and some of my siblings still live here, and we've just made roots here, and we're comfortable. I went in the service and then came back, and I settled right back in Connecticut.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you for sharing.
Hmm.
Okay. Let's head to the next question. All right. Name a body part you didn't like about yourself growing up. I know you always loved everything about yourself, right? There was never anything you didn't like, right? Let's start with Miss Patti. Miss Patti, was there ever anything that you didn't like about yourself growing up?
If I had to say, I would say my feet because they were kind of flat like my dad.
Oh, you had daddy's feet?
Yes. So my toes, I've got ugly toes.
Oh, pull them out. Let's see them. Let's see them. Pull them on out.
No.
I try to keep them. I go to the I do go to the podiatrist as well as going to the nail shop and have them done, but I have not been to the shop since the pandemic. So,
Oh yeah, yeah. Same here.
right.
Same here.
Yeah, if I had to say, I would say my feet.
All right. Well, thank you for sharing. I'm sure you have beautiful feet.
No.
I'm sure. All right, Miss Georgia Peachnut. Is there a body part you didn't like about yourself growing up?
My long legs.
Your long legs.
My long legs, because in elementary school they lined you up back in the days. The girls in one line, the boys in one line, and I was always in the back of the line because I was like the tallest girl. I was not in the back of the line, so I developed this kind of phobia. I slump over a lot because I want to be short. And so I've never liked the fact that I have long legs because I was just so tall in elementary school, and I just developed a thing about being too tall.
Yeah. Well, guess who was in the front of the line, always on the front row when pictures were being taken? This short girl here. Yeah. I'm 5'1" now, but imagine being like 4 something in school. Yeah. So I was always the shorty. So just the opposite.
Yeah. I was in the back like this,
Yeah. Yeah.
That was it.
All right, Miss Shirley, how about yourself?
My legs. Same
Your
thing.
legs, long legs.
I got long legs, but I was not needed. And kids
Okay.
need you when you're not need. Okay. And I started wearing my shoes on the wrong foot to help pull my legs out so I wouldn't be knock kneed. It worked. I'm
Okay.
not like I used to be. I started at an early age. I like to run. I was a runner. So yeah, my legs.
I
Tall and
was a runner
skinny.
too. These little short legs of mine. I was a sprinter. I ran. I didn't do that long distance stuff, but yeah, I was super fast. I would beat all the boys. They would be so mad at me because they couldn't catch me. Yes, indeed. All right, Yankee sister. How about yourself?
Do you really want to hear it?
I really do.
You
We
scaring me
do.
now. Hold up.
I know.
Okay, I'll get scientific and just say my gluteus maximus.
That donk. That donk.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, as a
Welcome.
child, it was. I didn't like it,
Yeah.
but I grew to know that it was
Yeah.
something that the opposite sex. The
Yeah.
opposite sex,
Yeah.
but mm-mm,
Say a
didn't.
lot of noses were open. Well,
Yeah.
let me tell you, I agree with you, and I had that same thing when I was growing up. I
Okay.
would pray every night to God. Please, God, when I wake up in the morning, please let my butt be small. Please let my butt be
Please.
small, please. And when I wake up in the morning and I look back, it was still
It
back
was
there at the
still
wall.
there. Still there.
Listen,
Yes,
you was
it
dragging
was.
the wagon. Y'all was
And
dragging that
it's
wagon.
still
And my lips. I didn't like my lips. I had large lips, and so I didn't like my lips growing up. But now everybody's enlarging their lips, and
Yeah.
everybody's getting booties.
Right.
And so I'm like, hey,
And the same
I
thing
guess
with that too. That they go and they get false ones now.
yeah.
Behind the rears there.
Yeah.
And
I'm
I
like,
used to say,
wow, I'll give you some.
I was just gonna say that. I used to say that all the time. If I could sell some of this behind,
Yeah, I'll give
I'd
you
be
some.
rich. I always had a booty on me. What are you laughing about, Tamika? Yeah, that's interesting.
Oh
She
boy.
says, I am dead. Okay. What did I do now, Eleanor? All right. Okay. Great. Great. Love it. Love it. You ladies feeling comfortable? Y'all all right?
Yes.
Fine.
No
All right.
problem.
Okay. See, this isn't too bad. Not too bad, is it?
No, we're good.
Not at all. All right. Next question. We're going to start with Miss Yankee Sister this time. What did your parents constantly nag you about, Yankee Sister?
About being too quiet.
You?
Yes, I was one of those what do you call it, wallflowers or whatever.
Okay.
Yep, and they would always say, "Speak up," talk or whatever. I was always quiet, very,
Wow.
very quiet.
Okay, Miss Shirley, you up next. What did your parents constantly nag you about?
Not want to be bothered with my brothers and sisters.
Oh, those ain't my kids. Did you have to look after them? Was that it? Miss Shirley, are you there? Did she freeze up?
Yeah, she froze.
She froze up. Okay, tell you what. We'll try to get her back. All right, Miss Georgia Peachnut. What
Sit
did your
up straight.
parents have?
Hold your shoulders back.
Okay.
All my life.
Sit back.
But right, her
Those shoulders.
shoulders right at my family. I don't know what she was talking about. Her shoulders are round too. So I'm like, really? Have you seen yourself in the mirror?
Now
But
people are paying.
all my life, on up to the day she died, she was still saying, hold them shoulders up.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Miss Shirley, down to your back. We'll let you finish answering the question.
Yeah, there's a big age gap between me and my next sibling. And then as they got younger, the gap got bigger. So I was almost like mom instead of a big sister when mom wasn't around.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I was always watching my brothers and sisters like they were my kids. And I was like, I can't go nowhere. I can't do anything because even if I wanted to go to the store, I had to take them with me. And I was
Mhm.
like, oh man, I was like, can't I just walk to the store? I want to buy some candy and I don't want to share it with all of them.
Right.
It was just certain
Right.
little things I wanted to do. My mom said, no, take them. If you want to go, the only way you can go is you take them with you. So, yeah.
All right. Thanks for being here, David. You out fishing? Oh, catch me some fish. I love fried fish, fresh caught fish. Yummy. Thanks for being here. All right, let's see. Miss Patti, what did your parents nag you about?
Well, I am the oldest, like Miss Shirley. I have 3 younger siblings. I was the babysitter. And,
Okay.
and my mom would make me so angry when she would say, I raised my babysitter first.
Oh,
Because it was a 10-year difference between my next sibling.
wow.
And I was mom, like Miss Shirley. I was the babysitter on Saturdays. I gave baths. I pinned on diapers. I was mom. So yeah, that that was really quite annoying to me.
Yeah.
Like her, even when I was in college, I took my younger sister on the campus with me sometimes. Well, I didn't have to take her, but
Yeah.
occasionally I would because I was mom. And so she told me one time, she said, you're my mama. And this was after she had gotten grown. You're my mama. I say, no, I'm not your mama. Because if I had been your mama, I would have hurt you a long time ago.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah,
Let's not go there.
That was terrible growing up, having to I didn't mind helping with them, but it was almost like I was their mother.
Yeah, you're like, I'm the child, you're the mama. Can you be the mama? Yeah.
So, but I was never kept out of school to care for siblings. I didn't have that problem. I went to school every day. In fact, I had perfect attendance through much of my school life. So I was never kept out of school or anything like that. But yes, that was quite annoying for me.
Okay. So nagging about the siblings. Thank you so much, Grow Big TV. We appreciate that.
Thank you, Grow Big
Thank
TV.
you so much. Yeah, let me hook you up. Thank you. Money in the chat. Right. Everybody's getting it up in here. Thank you so much, Grow Big TV. Appreciate that so much. Thank you. Let's see. Let's get back to the comments. Let's see what the chat has to say in the chat. All right. Thank you so much, G Mama. Yes, put some pressure on that like button. Welcome, Technical Skillionaire Defense. Welcome to the chat. Mike's dancing. Everybody's dancing. Thank you so much. I hated going to church, so my parents nagged me about going to church, and now I can't get enough of it. Yeah, I've been there too. Did not like going to church when I was younger. Yeah. Welcome, Fifi. Welcome to the chat. Saying hello to everybody. Hopefully we're not missing anybody. Thank you so much for being here. Let's see. We get Bernie. Yeah, Bernie Anderson. Thanks for being here, Bernie. Grace Gines, thanks for being here. Welcome to the chat.
Wellness with Frugal Mother.
Wellness with Frugal Mama. Welcome.
That's my mother.
Welcome.
Mom proper. Mama. Wellness
Mama.
with Frugal Mama, not mother.
Welcome, everybody. Appreciate
it's hard being the oldest. Veggie farmer was saying, yeah, it is. I'm the oldest, so I believe me. I understand everything else.
Let's see. It's hard being the oldest. We take on a lot of responsibility and grow up quickly. Yeah. I was the middle child, and I feel like my mother depended on me so much. I don't know if it was, I guess I was just dependable.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, sometimes I felt like the oldest sometimes. Although my older brother, he was responsible, but my mother definitely depended on me more so than my brothers. So yeah, I can understand that one. Middle child, only girl. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
a lot of the responsibility in terms of certain things.
Eleanor elaborates. Tammy, what's going
Welcome,
on?
welcome. Okay, Eleanor's the youngest. There's Tammy. Hey, Tammy. Welcome to the chat. There's Grace. All right, all right. Okay, let's move on to the next question. Let's see. Let's move on. Oh, here's type an 8 in the chat if your family still sits down together at mealtime. Type in an 8. You
Yeah,
guys
we
still
sit
eat
down, but not
together.
at the dinner table,
Yeah.
which
Type
is
an
sad.
8.
We don't sit at the dinner table.
Yeah. So while everyone's answering that, we kind of touch a little bit on this. Did you get spankings or time out growing up?
Time,
Let's
wasn't no
let's
time
start
out when I was growing up.
let's start with Miss Patty on that. Miss Patty, did you get spankings or were you placed in time out growing up?
I got whippings. Not a spanking, a whipping with a
Spanking was
leather
this.
belt
Yeah.
or a slipper, a leather belt or a slipper. I got whippings,
Yeah.
and it's. But I am grateful for that because
Oh yeah.
by the time the rest of them came along, they had it so easy. I
Yeah.
mean, they didn't have to do what I had to do. I had to
Oh, yeah.
clean, wash, I cooked, took care of the children. But I am grateful because of that, I am very independent. I've
Yeah.
always been able to take care of me in times when I had to. I'm very responsible. So it taught me a lot. Now, my mom taught me a lot of good things. She taught me to be kind to people, to give people, to help. She taught me manners, please,
Mm-hmm.
thank you, excuse me. I was
Yeah.
raised in the South. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. Yes, sir.
Mhm.
She taught me some basic good things,
Mm-hmm.
but responsibility, she made me responsible really because her other children were not like me. They were not raised like you say. Once they came along, she had begun to be soft.
Yeah.
You know?
Got tired. It takes a lot of energy to spank and whoop.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. And I didn't
Yeah.
get a lot of whippings. I really didn't, but there were times sometimes I think I got whipped too much, but not a lot. But
Mm-hmm.
some
Yeah.
things did not warrant me getting a whipping, but she was strict. She
Yeah.
was just
Mm-hmm.
so strict. My daddy never hit me,
Yeah.
but my
Yeah.
mom was was rough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it made me who I am today. It shaped me, so I'm grateful for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got some 8s in the chat. So there's still some families who still sitting down and eating together at mealtime.
Yeah. We eat together, but
That's
not at the
that's
dinner table.
yeah. And when we're all together. All right, Miss Georgia Peachnut, how about yourself?
I think my mother was
Spankings?
my mother.
Your mother was what?
There wasn't no such thing as no spanking. Maybe when you were like maybe two. But
Yeah.
let's keep it real. We're coming back in the 50s. And time out, please. And call the police. The police would have got whipped. He come up at my mama. He would have left. He would have gotten a beating. My mama didn't play. My daddy did
That's
not
right.
ever whip us. As a matter of fact, he took some whippings for us until mama got crazy. And then he was like, okay. But
See.
when I was 9 years old, the last time I got a whipping, and it was because I said to myself, I need to figure out what's wrong with this woman. And whatever it is that I'm doing wrong, I need to figure it out so she don't go crazy on me. No, look, we got whipped, like she said, for the little things that.
That's right.
I mean, like I have large eyes, so if I turn my head, my eyes gonna follow behind my head, and my mama thought I was rolling my eyes. I had big eyes, you know. You gotta look for that. These kids sucking their teeth at their mom and all this and stuff. Telling the parents what to do, honey. I would still be in Japan looking for my head. Okay.
Okay, somewhere in a coma, somewhere in the hospital.
I'm telling you, I'd be a headless body walking around here 2 days because my mama didn't play. She whipped us. She got her point across, and it was for doing nothing. You couldn't get away with anything. She was very strict, like she said about her mom. Back in the day, you had to get on your kids because you got to go out in public. You're going to go somewhere by yourself. And the other folks going to look for an excuse to do something to you anyway. So you have to be on the up and up. You know what I'm saying? So you didn't have any margin of error back in the day because folks was doing stuff to us for no reason anyway.
Right.
Yeah.
And back then, our kids were the best behaved kids. People talking about your kids were the best behaved kids. Now they're the worst because the system has come in and designed this and whatever. Time out the Dr. Seuss, whoever this guy had come along and said, you can't spank your children.
Yeah.
And you have the worst kids in the world.
That's right.
So, yeah, long story short.
Agree.
I got a beating. For nothing. Now, I was a good kid. We cleaned. We ironed. From the time I was 5, I was ironing, cooking, cleaning. I was helping with everything in the kitchen. That's what you did.
Yes.
So when my mother was a seamstress sewing, also whenever she was over the poles, we had to go there with her. Everything she was involved with, she took us along. So we were involved in it too. So we were busy. We had to be on our best behavior, and she didn't play. She would just look at you and she would print some lips to girl like this. And she was
I know that look.
That one.
You knew it was coming.
Yeah.
You know, like what's her name on Color Purple? Like, you know.
Right.
You knew it was coming, so.
Yes. Thank you so much for your response. Thank you, Bougie Prepper. She is dropping links for all of our guests. So if you're interested, want to go and check them out, and I'm sure you do, go ahead. There's the link right there in the chat. Thank you, Bougie Prepper.
Thank you, Bougie.
Okay, Miss Shirley.
Yeah, there's no such thing as a spanking. It was a whooping.
I'm sensing there's a common denominator here.
Yeah. Spanking was up to the age of 5. Then after that, it was either a whooping or a beat down after you got a little older.
Yeah.
So I remember when I was younger, my grandmother brought a bush up from Georgia in the backyard, and she would make you walk back there and break off a switch to bring in to whoop you with.
Yeah. And you better get a good one too.
Yeah, that's right. You better not bring one that's gonna break.
You better not.
Like a whip, you better hear that swish. You know, and she would tear your legs up. And then my mother, as I got older, if one person did something wrong and no one wanted to snitch on each other, she line you up, and everybody got a whooping. So
there's those too.
Yeah, those was whoopings. Those wouldn't. Now, and if you talking back or mumbling up under your breath, my mother had the meanest backhand in the world. Wow. Oh my God, she would cover all of this when she slapped you. Won't forget that. Yeah.
Oh, Passionately Intrigued Art says, I only received 2 spankings in my life, and that's because my brother lied on me both times. I don't believe that. Lies you tell.
Oh.
Yeah. He probably was getting her spanking.
Yeah. Bro, hey there.
I believe with some of it, by us being children, you know, sometimes your parents know what you got to face. They know what's out there, and you didn't. You know what I'm saying? We just didn't understand it, and I think some of it was, you know, they was trying to discipline you in a way to make sure that you do the right things at all times. Because even if you did the right things at all times, you still could get in a whole lot of trouble just because of the color of your skin. So
back
I think
then,
you know they was trying to prepare us in the best way that they knew how. You know what I'm saying? So I think some of it came from that. I didn't get that many, but the ones I got was good enough. And my sister, she in the chat right here. Now she got way more than I ever got, but that's the one I thought she couldn't shut up. You couldn't
AJ
shut up.
says we got beaten. Spanking sounds cute. Yeah.
Yeah, no, we didn't get no spankings. I don't know what that was. On
Yeah.
spanking, I knew we played on the Little Rascals.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
no.
look, and especially back then, it was so hard, for us back then. And so I guess parents thought, well, if anybody's going to take you out, it's going to be me.
Hey man,
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
listen. Do not have them folks call your mama or your on her job. Do you
Oh,
hear
no.
me? Do not have them folks
Taking
call
off
your
the
mama
job.
on her job.
Exactly.
You finna find
Yeah,
out
that
what a
wasn't
whooping
that
is.
wasn't good. Yeah, that wasn't cute.
No,
That wouldn't be cute.
already struggling. Here you go. Got me coming off my job.
Then you also saying that question about chores too.
Yes. Also, Yankee sister, did you chime in? Was it spankings?
No, I didn't chime
I'm
in yet.
sorry, young sister.
Okay,
That's okay.
your turn.
As far as yep, I got a beating. I got one in my whole one, and that was because after church, me and my cousin decided we were going to go over to somebody's house that was right next to the church.
Oh,
And my mother she had no clue where I was. None. So when I finally got home, she really tore
yeah,
into me.
yeah.
She tore
Yeah.
into me.
Now, Yankee sister, what did you think was going to happen, man?
I don't
What were you
even
thinking?
know. I was just so innocent. I was just gonna go over this lady's house. We were gonna have Sunday dinner and everything else, and she remembers that to this day.
She does.
Yeah. And that was the one and only time I learned real quick.
Yeah.
She didn't have to tell me twice
Right.
with anything.
Did you think being quiet was going to get you out of that?
Yeah. Yes, I did. Because I was there, at the lady's house and I was quiet and I said, I don't think my mother will get upset. She knew the lady too,
Right.
She wouldn't get upset. But
Yeah.
she was scared more than anything else.
Yeah, she didn't know where you were.
She did not know where I was. And I think it hurt her so bad to give me one.
It's like, okay, you're safe, but I'm still gonna tear that. You know what up?
I have to do it.
Yeah.
And believe me, from that young age, I realized if you get caught doing something and you've got to pay for it, don't ever do it again.
Right.
Don't ever do it again.
Yeah.
But she also didn't like sucking your teeth and rolling your eyes and things like that too. So
none of that.
Yeah. Only kids these days get away with that.
Yeah.
Oh, they tell their parents what to do. The parents.
Yeah, that's more. That part too. Yeah.
Kids got
It's
much
totally
different.
different.
I just
Parents-
felt
They
like
wouldn't
a
make it
life
with me, honey.
decision
I
to
tell
me.
you the truth, they wouldn't make it. I'm just sorry.
So
They
yeah,
wouldn't make
parents are soft these days.
yeah.
Buttery
They
soft.
got soft and lazy.
I think, one of the things they don't teach, a lot of parents don't teach discipline and consequence. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
So let's just say responsibility, because that's a part
Yeah.
of discipline, and consequence.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like there's consequences for what you do. And then, you have to be disciplined. You can't just do anything and everything that you want. They don't teach that. So there's no discipline and there's no consequence. So, they're not responsible for nothing.
I tell
There's
you,
no consequences for nothing.
my daughter's a teacher, and that is one thing that she establishes on day one in her class, that you be respectful,
Right.
and that she doesn't take any junk at all,
Right.
and she does give them consequences, which a lot of people don't. A lot of teachers don't do.
Yeah.
And a lot of times all she has to do is give them a look, like the look that you would get in church,
Yeah.
and that's all she needs to do. That's it.
I was with Fulton
I
County
think a
School
lot of
System.
parents are busy. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
I was going to say, I think a lot of parents today are, trying to be friends with their children. They don't want to
Yeah.
hurt
Mm-mm.
their children's feelings, and so, of course, if you want to be friends, if you don't want to hurt feelings, then no, you're not going to, try to practice discipline and that sort of thing, and so, yeah, I think that parents are just definitely way too soft, trying to be friends instead of parents, and we're doing a disservice to our children.
That's right.
Yes, yes. Well, when I would walk
Yeah.
into the classroom, I substitute teach for Fulton County Schools for 10 years. First thing I would do, greet the class. Then I would ask them who wants to stay. Because if you want to go home by acting bad, let me know now. Raise your hand. They thought I was crazy. Because you're not going to disrupt this class. So raise your hand right now, and I'll call your mama so she can leave work or your daddy, and they can come home, come to the school, not make that money, not buy you your clothes, and pick you up and be upset with you so that we can have a good day in class with those who want to be here.
Right.
Because if you stand here and you talk in my class, you're going to write 100 times. I will not talk.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
not going to skip a line. And I made them do that. But
Yeah.
I established myself. When people came to my classroom, they knew. When they saw Miss Holland, they'd be like, oh, yeah, oh, Lord. And I look at them and say the same thing, oh, Lord. But
Yeah.
they don't stay here in the room. But the
Amen.
teachers are scared of the school system.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The school system is scared of the parents. And the parents are afraid of the children. That's the way it goes.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
like you said, they go out and party with them. Who go out partying with kids? You can't do that.
No,
You're
you
not their
can't.
friend. You're their parent. You're teaching them how to
Right.
drink.
Right.
They get 18 years old. I'm going to show them how to party at the club. You at the club with your child? This is what they're doing. And this is why they have no respect for nobody, including the parent.
Yeah.
So this is the system that we're a part of right now.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
Yeah.
And it's all on the parent.
Yeah. A lot of times parents, they'll take their children's side over the teacher's side.
All the time. Yeah.
And when I was growing up, no, if the parent said I did something, then my parent generally believed the teacher.
Yeah.
For the most part. But nowadays,
and the
yeah.
phones are the babysitters. They come to school. They're allowed to keep these phones in class. I mean, how are you going to teach a child who's on the phone, who's allowed to keep the phone, and what they're looking at on the phone has nothing to do with what you're teaching? See, I used to collect the phones and lock them in the drawer, and I get home, the principal called me, Miss Gail, so mama's up here to get the phone. What happened to the phone? I said, I locked it in the drawer. You know, you go in there and get it, but not in my classroom. You're not going to sit in the classroom on the phone while I'm trying to teach.
Right.
But this is what they do. They come in class with the phone, guns, knives, whatever, and whatever that little cigar thing they're smoking.
Yeah.
Right.
When you said you work in the Fulton County school system as a substitute teacher, I know you had to go in there with the whole armor of God.
You know I did. I had my oil, I had my sage. I was anointing everybody who walked in that door. And I said, you better not wipe the oil out. I was like my mama. My mother taught with City of Atlanta special needs for 37 years.
Wow.
They would send the bad kids to her class.
Yes.
Over at John F. Kennedy Middle School. And she put that oil on them, and they get to praying on those kids. And she said, you better walk back to your classroom. They'll take that oil off. And when they're walking down the hallway, kids would see them dressed with oil. They'd be like, oh, you've been to Miss Brown class.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah. And they hated that. They hated it. You got to go in there. You got to stay prayed up.
When my son was in junior high, I used to do pop-ups because I knew my son was a class clown.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I could be standing looking in the window, in the door, and he'll be cutting up. Then all of a sudden, someone would tell us, man, your mama in the door. By that time, it's too late.
Already caught him.
In the room, I snatched him and walked him out the room. She says, you can't do that. I looked at the teacher. She shut up, and I took him on out the classroom. This belonged to me. I'm going to discipline him because this is not the way you're supposed to act in class. And, and if he got in trouble and they had to call me at work, he said, call anybody but my mama. Because when I come up there, I'm like the police. I'm kicking the door open. Blam.
Right. That's right, Bernie. These parents are in a bargain business with their kids. They sure do. Bargaining with them.
Well, the
Instead of
kids have the teachers crying nowadays. My niece called me up and she said, JoJo, teacher called me up crying, blah, blah, blah. And he went through this. I said, okay, so I got a job working one-on-one with a special needs student at the school that he was at, and the student didn't show up. So I had plenty of time. And I went to all his classes, and I finally got to his science class where I walked up on him. I just stood in the door, and he was in there asleep with the hood on his head. I just stood there
wow.
and looked at him. And somebody said, uh-oh, that's somebody's mama. And he looked up with them lazy eyes, and boy, his eyes dropped like a cartoon. I said,
Right.
I grabbed that arm and I pitched it out there in that hallway. I tried to pinch the meat off, and some kids was walking down the hall to me. Oh, I said, y'all want some of this? Come on over here. They hurried up and got away. I said,
Right.
boy, don't you ever. He never did again. You know, because his mama had to work. She had to work. She was a single parent. She had to work. You ain't here acting up. All they have to do is go to school. You don't have to pay no bills. You don't have to pay nothing. You don't buy your own clothes.
Exactly.
You don't buy your own food. You have your house with warmth and air. All you have to do is go get your education, and you got everything you need in your hands. I wish we had a cell phone that gave me Google and I could look things up back in the day.
Yeah, I'm trying to tell
You
you.
guys got all your answers right here, and you're still too dumb and stupid to look it up, to
Yeah.
get ahead of the class, to get ahead of the teacher. You can look that stuff up, but you don't
Right.
do
Yeah. We just had to get on the phone, call a friend,
Yeah,
call
encyclopedia.
relatives. I don't know how to do this math problem. We didn't have Google.
And
Oh no.
They can look the math
Britannica,
problem up on the phone.
Britannica encyclopedias. Everybody had those Britannica
and we didn't
encyclopedias.
have all of them.
Yeah.
We didn't have the full alphabets. We had A, B,
We
C,
had
F,
the
G.
Where is letter M when you need it?
I
You
didn't
know?
have the full
Yeah.
thing. Somebody had gave my mama some old encyclopedias, and she didn't even have all of them. That's
Yeah.
what I had.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, we had
These
the
kids
world
got
book.
it in their hands,
Yeah.
and they won't
World
even
book.
look the answers up on the phone. Get ahead. You can get ahead of the class because you can look everything up on the phone.
Right.
But they
Oh
don't
yeah,
want to.
sweet thumb. Nope. When we bring groceries home, my children, they know. Let's get, first of all, I'm OCD. So all the groceries are getting wiped down with bleach before anything's going in my counter, in my cabinets. Too many hands been touching those cans, put them back, touching, reading the bottle, put it back. Nasty germs. Everything's getting wiped down with bleach and water. So they know that they get to work when the groceries come in here. You don't work, we feed you, so you will put these groceries away. You don't work, you do not eat. Not
There
up
you
in
go.
here.
There you go.
Not up in here. No.
So
But
I'm
my
glad,
kids,
Nikki. I am so
and
glad.
they do it. They don't get upset about it.
They
They've
don't
been
got
doing it
used to
all
it.
their life. They've been doing this all their
That's what I'm
life,
saying.
so
They
they
used to
already
it.
know.
And it goes to what I saw Grace Guy put something there saying these days, if kids don't, the parents don't get the kids what they want, then the kids are hurt the parents. That's these things come about because you have been giving them everything that they want all their
Right.
life. And as soon as you
Yeah.
say no, then they're not accustomed to that. But
Temper tantrum. Yeah.
if they was raised from a baby on up and taught the right way, earn this, earn that, not
Yeah.
giving everything, then it won't be like that because they understand the responsibility of earning something. I have the good grades to get this particular game that I want. I have to make sure I'm doing all my chores. But if you just been giving them, they have no responsibilities at all. And as soon as you say no, yeah, you might get somebody another because you have conditioned them. They have been conditioned. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To think that everything's supposed to be given to them.
Right. And kids are calling the authorities on their parents nowadays. Crazy.
Please call one on me.
I wish one of them would call the authorities on me.
Please.
We get here with our feet first.
That's why one of the ladies right now that's in the chat, Francesca, she homeschools, and that is becoming something that is, a lot of parents are undertaking now.
Right.
Yeah, I homeschool as well. I homeschool,
because of the fact that when their kids are in public schools or that type of thing, there is hardly any rules. The teachers are afraid to come at the kids or chastise them in any way. And like you said, the phones and there's so much distraction.
Right.
That other children can't learn. But she is doing such a tremendous job. And I know a lot of women that do homeschool are they're doing a
Yeah.
wonderful job. Teaching
Yeah.
their children to be polite,
Yeah.
and have manners. That's one
Yeah.
thing my mother always made sure that we had manners.
Manners. Yeah, it's important.
Yeah.
Manners will take you a long way.
Oh
Yes.
yeah.
Respect,
A
Yes.
long way.
manners, and
Mm-hmm.
respect. But these kids don't have any respect. They were never taught any. As a
That's
man,
it.
that you could
Yeah.
walk around with your britches hanging behind your knees with your butt out,
Mm-hmm.
then you have no respect. I
None.
don't,
Yeah.
you have no respect. You
Yeah.
weren't
How
taught.
many parents are stopping by houses these days? They just found my mom is a teacher, and back in the day when she couldn't get in touch with the parents, we would stop by their house after
Oh
school.
man, I'd be
That
scared of the
small
teacher.
town stuff. We don't do any.
I'd be
Parents
going in there with SWAT. In Atlanta, you better have a SWAT team. You're not gonna
bulletproof vest and everything, huh?
not in Atlanta. I grew up in Allen Temple.
Say that
Go
was
over in
war
Allen
zone.
Temple and knock on
Oh
somebody's
Lord,
door.
Allen Temple.
Yeah, I grew up in Allen Temple. Go knock on
Oh
somebody's
Lord.
door talking about some Mr.
Lucky you make it out alive, huh?
Man,
I'm
you're not
telling
gonna
you.
All body
That's
parts
rough.
intact.
any of that stuff back in the day. Grady Home, Bowen Home,
Rent
Van
homes,
Court,
care homes.
Perry Home. You weren't doing none of that.
No,
Yeah.
no.
And
But
that's
I wonder
another.
how
That's
many of these
another.
kids are out working now who didn't get what they needed. And the reason why I'm saying that, before I came on, I did a video. I pulled up on my email. I'm sick and tired of the recalls. These people out here who just don't care. They can't read what's going on. And it's about 15 recalls right here. Every day, almost every day. Recalls. People don't know what they're doing. They just unintelligent. They just don't care. They're coming from another country. Our kids
Right.
don't need no help in going down the wrong lane with food because they already going down the wrong lane anyway.
Right.
I'm just wondering if it has something to do with the employees who either just don't care, or they don't know how to read, or they just don't care and don't know how to read.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
I like the latter part.
Yeah.
Gardy with Bernie says my neighbor asked me how I got my daughters to mow the yard. What? It's their yard too, and it's their responsibility.
Mm-hmm.
How do you get them to do it? Because I said
Amen.
so.
That's right. They live there too. They live there too, and
My
that's what I.
son got mad at me. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was getting ready to say the other one of my other sweethearts is in the chat too. Catherine's Garden and Home. She was a principal in a school in Boston, and she I know she bestowed so much wisdom on these children, as far as respect and looking into their lives and taking the time. That's what it's all about, taking the time to be there with them and understand their problems, not just totally ignore them and make them feel like they're nothing. She did so much for that school in Boston, and she talks about it a lot, and I just give her so much credit for doing that type of work there in Boston. And we need more principals like that.
Absolutely.
Really do.
Absolutely. Okay, let's see.
She's also my devotional leader. She's also my devotional leader. And, I go on her channel every morning. We have a beautiful time. Beautiful.
Yeah. Let's see. I think we talked a bit about this. How did you raise your own children differently than they're brought up today? Yeah, we touched on that.
We put chores on a piece of paper on the refrigerator door, and it rotated every week, and everybody, including the adults, had to participate in that. And,
I like
that's
that.
what we did until they went to college. Now, these are my stepchildren that I raised. Everybody had chores, including the adults, and we rotated
Oh
out
yeah.
every week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
See,
there's
I
no
was
such thing as
better
how do you
had
get them to do it. You have no choice.
yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Correct.
This is not a democracy.
Nope.
Well,
So
you couldn't go
not at all.
outside and you couldn't have your friends over unless your chores was
Chores
done.
were done. Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
right.
I mean, I
Mm-hmm.
told my son when he was coming up, I was like, I don't have to tell you what your chores are. It's only the two of us here in this big old house. You know exactly what needs to be done.
Right,
Now,
right.
this, if I walk in the room and they're not done, you better be still in this house. You better not slide up out of here that you could do it when you come back. No, I
Say
don't
not
take
at all.
Mm-mm. You will find the doors double locked and you'll be trying to find somewhere else to sleep for the night if your chores ain't done when you leave about
Right.
We definitely did our chores on Saturday so we could
Yeah.
finish them and watch Soul Train, you know?
Yeah.
That was us on Saturday. That's when
Saturday,
we had all the
Saturday, the whole
major
house smelled
chores on
like
Saturday.
Clorox.
Yep.
Whole house smelled like Clorox and ammonia, and all you heard
Oh,
was the
Oh yeah.
Temptations.
Yep.
And we
Saturday
washed the
morning, early
windows too.
Saturday
You know,
morning.
people don't wash their windows nowadays. We had to wash windows and everything.
Yeah.
Baseboards, walls. Yeah.
Well, mama make you pull all the cans out the daggone cabinets,
Yep.
clean all that, put it back. If you ain't do it right, she make you take it all back out again.
every last
Do it
one.
over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure
Yes.
did.
Yeah,
Every
but when
last
you're the
one.
oldest, you got different kind of chores because my mom would have a basket full of clothes and shirts and stuff to be ironed. And we used that Argo starch and you had to
Yeah.
dip the shirts in
Oh,
there
I
yeah.
and
remember.
iron them. And my mom said if there's cat faces in them, she'd throw it back in the basket and say, iron it again. I'd be so mad. My brother would have, like, I had 3 brothers there that was there at the house. And it's like, 10 to 13 shirts per boy. And I got to iron all these shirts. My mom, she ironed socks, she ironed pillowcases, she ironed sheets.
Mhm.
If it looked like it had a wrinkle in it, I had to iron it.
Yeah.
My mom made me iron my own stuff. I had to
I
yeah.
still iron pillowcases to
Do
this
you?
day.
Oh my
Yeah.
God! I told them boys up.
I
Pillowcases,
love
sheets.
ironing. I love it.
Yeah.
I do now, but I didn't then.
Right. Right. Mm-hmm. Yes.
That
Yeah,
is
but it's just a
something.
different day. I remember my mama made me go take the trash out. It was probably like 12 at night. I think she was working the second shift. She had got off work, and I had supposed to taking the trash out. And
Hmm.
I didn't take the trash out. I'm laying in bed. Oh no! Woke
Mm.
me up, and this was when the kids were being snatched in Atlanta and all that was going on. So
Oh
you know,
yeah.
we was terrified. So my mom made me take the trash out. I'm like, Mama, I'll take it out in the morning. She's like, No, you're not. You finna take it out right now. Man, I was so scared to take the trash out because I had to walk all the way down the sidewalk to take the trash out. So I don't went in the kitchen, grabbed me a butcher knife. I'm running down. I'm running into the trash can with a butcher knife.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. I'm like,
That is something.
I didn't
Bernie
do what
says
she
my
told me to
my
do.
friend's daughter addressed me by my first name, and I was like, no,
Oh yeah,
absolutely not.
Yep.
Mm-mm.
yeah. I had that happen one time. Yeah,
Yeah, we were taught no, ma'am, yes, ma'am, no,
Exactly.
sir, yes,
yeah.
sir. These kids, yeah,
Exactly.
they will try it. Call
You
you by
better
your
put a
first
mister
name.
in front of it. Yeah, cause yeah. Mm-mm.
Hey, how you doing, Barbara? No, no. Mm-mm.
Oh no,
Yeah.
no, no,
No.
no.
One of Jahari little friends spent the night over to the house one time, and they was it used to be kids in my house every weekend, bunch of children. This one little girl, she gonna come and call me by my first name. Well, Stacy, blah blah blah. Hold up.
Time out.
Time out. I already told, and this little white girl, I told her, I said, I already told y'all parents, I don't have no problem with kids spending the night, blah, blah, blah. I said, but when they come spending at my house,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to treat them like I treat mine. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? Are we in agreement? Yes,
Mhm.
okay. I just want to let you know.
That's
Once
right.
they come behind, and we shut that door, and I told her, no, don't ever talk to an adult like that. I had to sit down and talk to her. You know what I mean? I said, don't ever
Right.
talk to an adult like that. If you're going to, call them by their Mr. last name or Mr. first name,
First name.
Mm-hmm.
never
Yeah.
call them. You're going to put Mr. or Mrs. in front of it. It's rude
Yeah.
to talk to an
Miss
adult that
Johnson,
way.
Mr. Williams. Oh yeah.
Right.
And
Yes.
she didn't know because that ain't what her parents, she didn't
Oh,
know.
oh.
Yeah. Yeah, Bernie, my kids do yard work whenever. Yeah, we need my son. His responsibility is to cut the grass every week, and anytime I need other things done in the yard, they're right there to help.
Yeah.
Hey, Precious, welcome, welcome.
My son know in the wintertime I better wake up listening to you shoveling that driveway.
I'm so
Say,
glad I
all
don't
right.
stay where it's snow. Lord have mercy.
You know that sound, that
Oh
sprinkling
yeah,
sound.
I
Yes.
better hear it. Don't let me have to go somewhere and I have to wait on you to shovel out the driveway or get stuck in it. Oh, that's no. You plan on being grounded
Exactly.
for a week. No, no.
Right.
I'm not asking you to build a house. I'm asking you to get that snow out that driveway. You know better. Mm-mm.
Isn't it so weird? Our punishment was you can't go outside, and these kids don't want to go outside.
They don't
Yeah.
go outside.
They don't want to go out now because they're on their phones.
No,
Exactly.
They looking for a charger. They looking for a charger so they can
Yeah,
plug
our
Yeah.
whatever
punishment
it is
was
Yeah.
for. They don't go outside.
I
They don't even
cried
look
that I
out the
can't go
window to see
outside.
what
You
kind of
can't go
weather it
outside.
is.
Look, hey, they're on
That
the phone
part.
ordering some food for the parents to pay for.
Oh yeah, they tripping. Yeah,
And
Yep.
you know, we used to go outside at the crack of dawn, and
yeah.
you didn't have to be back until the street lights came
That's
on.
Exactly. Exactly.
right. And that's
Not-
not just a saying. That was true.
That's
No,
That
true.
was true.
that was real life. That was
Yeah,
everyday
real
life.
life.
That's right.
You be
Yeah.
hurry up, trying to hurry up and get up out the house
Yeah.
before they
My,
find something for you to do.
my friends
Exactly.
used to try to hold me when the street lights about to come on because they know my mama didn't play, so they trying to tackle me and hold me down.
Oh, no.
Trying to get you in trouble.
Man, I'm fighting. I'm like, bro, I'll fight all y'all out here. I'm not going in that woman's house late. You lost your mind.
Mm,
Exactly.
Stacy, my son came home late one evening, past his curfew.
Yeah.
So I put the double lock on the door. He has the
Yeah.
key to the first lock, but he doesn't have the key to the second lock because he know what time curfew is. He knocked on the kitchen door. I peeped through the Venetian blinds, and I was like, "You're late." And he made the world's biggest mistake. I guess he was out with the guys who can get away with stuff.
Yeah.
He said, "You better open up this door." And wrong answer.
Yeah.
I closed the Venetian blinds. I turned the light off and I went upstairs and I went to bed. Next thing I know, I heard the garage door open and he slept outside in the car. In the garage.
Wow.
I guarantee you he didn't do that again. And he
No.
apologized the whole week. He was cleaning
Yeah.
and doing stuff I didn't even have to ask him to do because he know he screwed up. I
Yeah.
was like, you got me twisted with them folks out in the street. They don't live here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That part.
Yeah.
Oh, right here. All right. Next question. Miss Patty, this one's for you. Let's see. Where did it go? Let me go back up here again. Okay, here we go. Miss Patty, are basic life skills a lost art these days, such as cooking, sewing, plumbing, car maintenance, and repairs? Miss Patty, we'll let you answer that first.
I think it is in some households, not all. But yes, I think now children can go out and get fast food all the time. They don't know how to cook. They don't know how to sew. When I was in school, I took home economics and I took sewing classes, and they don't have home economics in schools like they used to when I was coming up. And they don't have to cook at home. They can go to McDonald's. They can go to Burger King, Chick-fil-A, and all these places. So
Right.
they don't have to cook, because a lot of times mamas buy a lot of junk food anyway. Unlike when I was growing up, my mom cooked full course meals, and I did the same thing for my children.
Yeah.
But now, they buy a lot of junk stuff you can put in the microwave, stuff you can put in the oven. So, a lot of them don't know how to cook. They don't know how to sew because nobody has taught them how to mend something that's torn, or, how to put a button on, sew a button on. And I learned that because my mom would sew. She was a seamstress for other people. My grandmother would sew. And as Miss Shirley said, my grandmother had that old Singer sewing machine with that pedal
Yeah.
type. And so
Yeah.
my grandmother sewed, my mother sewed, my mom's sister sewed. I took home ec. My mama took home ec in high school. So yes, we were taught to do these basic skills at
Mm-hmm.
home, and they're not taught that now. Everything is so fast paced now. You know, everything is
Mm-hmm.
instant. Everything is microwave. So they don't know how to cook. A lot of them. Some
Right.
families do still teach their children, but a very few.
Mm-hmm. Miss Georgia Peachnut, what do you think? Are these
What was the question?
skills a lost art?
In a way, it is definitely because no one's teaching. The parents are working. They don't have time to teach the parents themselves today. These parents don't know because they didn't get it from their parents. And
Mm-hmm.
unless you go to make an effort to a special trade school or a class, no, it is a lost art and it's continuing to be lost. But if things keep going the way that it's going, and I am seeing this in my little circle of people, they're going to have to want to do these things, learn to sew, learn to cook, all of these things that we just took for granted and was taught to us growing up. They are going to want to learn to do it at an older age. And I'm experiencing that with some of my friends' children who are paying attention to the prices in the store, the prices at the restaurants. These are the ones who are in their early 20s and want to now learn about growing herbs and about growing vegetables because they are getting the picture. So it's kind of
Mm-hmm.
coming back around with that generation of people.
Yeah.
It's swinging back around and it's being forced upon them because of what's going on in the world today. And we are headed in another direction, like where we were back 3 years ago. Is a different way, but it's boomeranging back around. And
Yeah.
so I think more and more
Mhm.
people are going to become more interested from my perspective, from where I sit. I see this happening. And more and more people are going to be pushed into wanting to do for themselves
Mm-hmm.
because of what's happening.
Yes. Miss Shirley, your
Yeah.
thoughts?
Um, I agree with everyone what they're saying, but I know when my son was younger, I showed him how to go downstairs in the basement and work the washing machine and the
Mhm.
dryer. I showed him how to sew up his pants every time he was out there playing ball and he kept splitting them. I said, I don't have time to keep doing all of this for you and
Yeah.
sewing on the button when it pop off. I said, what if you grow up and get your own place? You might not have a girlfriend right away to come in here and show you how to do these things. I show you how to scrub a floor and boil water and scrambled eggs or whatever. I have you come down. I was like, it's your turn to make breakfast today, And he said, I don't know how. And then we would do it together. I wouldn't do it and show him. I would give him the tools that he needed. And I was
Right.
like, put this potato and take this knife and slice it up. I might take a potato and stand next to him and slice it. And you just
Yeah.
follow what you're doing. You're not going to take the one I sliced to get out of
Right.
it. Oh, you're going to take this potato and slice it yourself. So I showed him step by step on how to take care of a house. And you know how I found out that he really paid attention is he wanted to go somewhere really bad for the weekend and didn't give me advance notice. He cleaned the whole house.
How
I'm talking
about that?
vacuum, dusting, polishing furniture, taking the dog out, walking, made sure the trash was out, the whole 9 yards. So I said, you just don't know. You just showed me your ace in the hole. And then it dawned on him, he outsmarted himself. So I know you know how to do this. So the next time I tell you to do it, I don't want to hear that you don't know how because I know you do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but
Right.
the people out here
It's
now,
selective.
I like there. I mean, I walked into some houses and I was like, I'm not sitting down. You see brown brothers rolling here and there and flies all up in the house. So you know it's
Tyler,
trash somewhere and smells hit your nose when
Tyler.
you got your door. And I'm like, oh no. I was like, tell him I call him, I can't do this. And my son the same way. If the woman is nasty, oh, he's not gonna be around her. He's like, no, my
Right.
mama spick and span house. Say, I can't do this. I can't do
Yes.
this. So yeah, it's these kids out here nowadays. They want everybody to do everything
That's
for
right.
them.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. They
Exactly.
do.
Yeah.
My brother was taught how to cook. He was taught how to clean. He
Mhm.
was taught how to vacuum. He was taught how to wash clothes. And at that time, my mother had a ringer washing machine.
Ooh.
Oh,
Mm.
Ones that you had to put the
Up
clothes
disarm
Yeah.
all
in
the time up in there.
while it was rolling. Yep.
Yes.
wow.
Yes, yes. And she had racks in the house and she hung her clothes out on the line.
Yes.
Mhm.
So
Wow.
we
Close to it.
all took
Mhm.
part in that. We all took part of that. And she, my sister-in-law right now will say, I thank your mother so much
Yeah.
for the things that she taught my brother, because he can do just as well as she does,
Yeah.
Mhm.
Hmm.
and
Yeah.
men need to
Those
know how to do that.
Yeah.
those washing machines with the ringer,
Yeah.
people used to get their hands caught in them. And so they would scare us as we were
Yeah.
using them because they'd
Hmm.
be like, no, don't get too close to the roller
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
it'll
Right,
hit your fingers.
right.
I mean, I just thought, oh my God, my heart stopped every time I had to use that thing
Hmm.
Yeah.
because they would scare
Hmm.
us so bad.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't know if it ever really happened. But then, like you said, you have to take them out, hang them on the
Yep.
line.
Hang him out.
Freshest clothes,
He would
freshest
always
smell
be
you
there
ever had.
while he was doing it, though.
Hmm.
Always.
Now, a lot of neighborhoods don't want you to hang your clothes outside.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Yeah.
don't stand one of those, but I don't hang mine out there. But if I wanted to, I will.
Yep.
I
Yeah.
don't know.
Especially those HOAs.
I
Yeah.
never
They're
do it.
so picky.
Mm-mm. I'm never moving into an HOA. No.
Yep. I got that right.
Flying no drone over my house trying to tell me what to do in my house.
Well,
That's
welcome back, Miss Patty. Welcome back.
yeah.
Thank you.
Mm.
Yeah. I tell you. So do you ladies have a daily skin routine? Let's start with Yankee sister. Do you have a daily skin routine?
Hmm.
You ladies have such beautiful skin.
I do.
Okay, what is your daily skin routine?
Good stuff.
Washing my face.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know, ivory soap.
Washing my face. That's it.
Any special soaps? Is it ivory? You don't remember ivory soap? That stuff was so dry. But
Yeah.
That thing at the
No, I have nothing
bottom.
special. It's jeans, I believe.
okay,
I
just
I don't do anything special.
some good old soap and water
And a wash rag. You know.
and
Wash
what?
that. Wash that. Not the splash. Not the splash.
No, no.
It's in the bathroom.
How about you, Miss Shirley? Any special skin routine?
No, I'm pretty much the same way. I use Dove because it has the moisturizing,
Mm.
cream in it, so my skin
Yeah.
don't dry out. And I use Pond's moisturizing cream. And that's
Okay.
it. And maybe once a month I might do a deep mud mask to kind of tighten up my pores. But other
Okay.
than
Okay.
wash and go.
That good old Dove moisturizing bar. I
Yeah.
love it. I love Dove as well. Yeah. All right, Miss Georgia Peachnut. Any special daily skin routine that you follow?
I use Neutrogena soap to wash my face with,
Hmm.
and I use Vaseline twice a day on my face, just a little bit, just a pinhead,
Just
just a
leave
little bit to
it.
go around. I'm a Vaseline person, okay?
Just a
And I
little bit.
use Pond's to mix with Vaseline. I put a little bit of Pond's moisturizing cream.
Tyler.
I've been doing this since high school. Um, my great aunt, well, there were two great aunts that I can talk about. Skin was so beautiful and
Hmm.
tight up until their 80s and 90s until they died. Beautiful skin. I said, what in the world are you guys doing? Well,
Hmm.
back in the day, blacks can afford expensive lotions and stuff like that. We take a canister of lard that was sitting on top of the refrigerator, and we just walk by and get a pat on it, just a pat, and put it on our faces. All they ever use. They didn't say Crisco. They said
I was gonna say,
lard.
is it
Oh,
Crisco?
yeah.
No.
L-A-R-D now.
Lord.
Now stay
Lord.
with me. Stay with me now. Come on. Be with me. L-A-R-D. I didn't say Christian.
Okay.
That's how you young folks be doing. I see. Y'all get it wrong. I said Lord.
Lord.
Lord,
Make it into what you
don't look,
a
don't get
pat.
it twisted. Don't get it twisted.
Just a pat. Just a
Just
pat. And they put on their face. No wrinkles, nowhere.
Wow.
say the
And that's all
Lord
they ever
will.
use because blacks can afford it. But I honestly think a lot of the things that our folks did back then is where a lot of the products come from now. They
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
modified it and put it
Yeah.
in a jar. Because they were
Mhm.
curious. Why y'all look like this? They still ask
Right,
why you look like this.
right, right.
And we tell them, and they go and make it something, y'all know what I'm
Right.
talking about. Peanut
Yeah.
Man, Coca-Cola. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right, Miss Patty, any oil of Olay are you using on your face? Mask, peels. Uh-oh, she's got hers right there.
Right there.
Oh yeah, that stuff expensive right there.
It's
I got to
good.
get that. I use that on my feet.
Ooh,
It is good. Cetaphil. And then I use the mint julep mud
That's
facial.
what I use.
okay,
Mint
mud.
julep. hmm
Okay,
What was that Miss
But
Patty had?
this is a daily cleanser. The Cetaphil.
okay.
See the feel.
Yeah.
What
yeah,
is it called?
it's good.
Could you spell that, please?
Cetaphil.
Yeah.
Cetaphil.
Cetaphil.
Yeah.
Right, and it is a daily facial cleanser. And like Stacy said, it's a little pricey, but it's worth it.
Okay.
TSA
All
just
right.
took my bottle at the airport.
Oh no.
I got yelled at because I took
It's
it
more
out of
than
the
8 ounces.
suitcase and put it in the
Yeah.
backpack, and I wasn't thinking. And when
No.
I went through, they took it, and Shep was like, "Is that my bottle?"
Whoa. Whoa.
Oh,
Thank you, a resilient dad. Thank you. I love this panel tonight. Much respect to everyone here serving as a piece of the fabric to sustaining family. Thank you so much. Always so supportive. This one's for you. All right. Thank you, ARD. And thank you to our awesome, awesome moderators. Thank you, moderators.
to see if it's
Moderators, thank you, guys. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Uh-oh, what did I miss? I missed something. Whoa. Wait a minute, let me see if I can start it. No,
Great
that
dancer
goes
for
well.
us. She's breaking it down.
All right, I'm sending it to you,
I'm on the wrong
Stacy.
side.
Send it. Okay, Miss Patty, you gotta pick it up, Miss
Miss
Patty.
Patty, you didn't catch it.
Miss Patty, look up, look up. Okay, I'm gonna start it off. All right.
I'm on the wrong arm.
yeah.
Your turn, Miss Patty. All right, Miss Georgia. You gotta send it off to Miss Shirley. I can't take y'all nowhere.
We got oiled up for that. We have to get oiled up, you know?
I know. All right, another question. What are the most important life lessons that you ladies have learned in life? I know you guys have learned some awesome lessons, and we are here for it. Let's see who wants to go first. Raise your hand if you want to go first.
I go.
You want to go, Miss Shirley? Important life lessons that you have learned.
Treat people the way you want to be treated.
Mhm.
And
Mm-hmm.
don't be afraid to give your last if you know they really need it, because your blessings will always come back to you.
Yes.
Every time I think that I'm going to give away the last of what I have, but I know they need it more than I do, my
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
blessings always come back triple, So you don't think about it, just do it,
Yeah.
and thank God that you're able to help somebody else.
All right. Love it. Love it. All right, Georgia Peachnut. Any life lessons?
Stay the course.
Stay
Stay
the
the course.
course.
Keep looking up. Don't look back. And always give yourself to your community. But make
Yes.
sure you stay the course.
Yes.
All right, Miss Patty. Any life lessons?
Yes, I have learned the principle of sowing and reaping.
Mm.
Whatever seeds you sow will be the harvest that you will receive. So
Mm.
if you sow
Mm,
seeds of kindness and goodness, love, and all of these things, you will get that back in return, just like a farmer or a gardener. If you sow wheat, you will not get corn. You get just what you put out there. So that is an important life lesson for me, sowing and reaping. And my mom always said, be kind to others and always give, because if your hands are so tight, nothing can go out and nothing is coming in.
Yes.
Hmm.
So that's a
yes,
life
Amen.
lesson.
yes, yes. Thank you to all of our service men and women. Happy Veterans Day to you and your families. Thank you. Okay, let's see. Yankee sister. Any life lessons you've learned along the way?
Yes, that to be grounded in your faith, to be
Mhm.
grounded and have that as your foundation, your anchors to life. You cannot go wrong. And to always be respectful of people. Always be kind, loving, and giving. You don't have to be a floor mat by no, you know, no words to say about that, but
Mm-hmm.
but again, just like the rest of these ladies of wisdom that are here
Yes,
tonight, that have said that you want to treat people the way you want to be treated.
That's
Right.
right.
You respect, and
Right.
and always don't find the negative in people. just
Mhm.
just be try to be as loving as you can, with
yeah,
the way that this world is today, that we definitely need more of that. And I still feel like if you have that foundation, you have that belief, you have that love, you have that trust in God, you
Mhm.
cannot go wrong.
That's
Right.
right.
yeah,
Amen.
yeah. At the end of my videos, I usually say, be kind to yourself as well as
Mm-hmm.
others. We're all
Mhm.
going through something, and that is so true. We are
Yes.
all
Yes.
going through things. Each and every one of us up here and in the chat, we smile, we laugh, we joke, we're talking, conversating, and learning. But when we all leave here, we all have to go and continue to deal with whatever is waiting for us.
Right.
So just be kind to people. You never know what people are going through.
That's
That's true.
right. That's
So don't
right.
kick a dog when they're already down.
That's
Right.
Just be kind to other people.
Surround
Treat other
yourself
people the way
also.
you would want to.
Surround yourself with good people as
Right.
much as you can.
Positive thinking ones.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah,
Oh, and to
yeah,
piggyback off what Miss Shirley said, treat people the way that you want to be treated.
Exactly.
But I've also learned that if the people around you are not treating you the way that you're treating them, go treat somebody else. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
you have to learn how to move out of situations and not
right.
just
Very true.
fester in them. So treat people the way you want to be treated. But if people are not, those people are not treating you in the same manner, then you don't have to continuously deal with that. You know
No,
what I'm
no,
saying? Move
no.
on. And sometimes we
I
get
agree.
stuck in, we're trying to be so nice and so kind. Sometimes people take our niceness and kindness
Right,
for weakness, and then they'll try
Right.
to use that to
Right.
take
right.
advantage of that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
oh, he gonna do. He always. Sometimes you guess. Don't be afraid to take that knife out and cut the rope. Sometimes you got to cut the rope.
That's right, Tracy.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
That
It's
was
okay
one
to
of
love
my
people
criticisms on my
from
video
afar.
yesterday. Was you speak positivity into your life. That's what you eat.
Mm-hmm.
You speak
Hmm.
negativity. That's what you will eat. That's
Yes,
what
Hmm.
you become. So you have to put on your plate what you want to eat. Because what you speak it out your mouth,
Yeah.
it manifests itself.
that's true.
I have people
That's
say, I
right.
can't garden, I can't do this, I'm afraid it's not working. Well, you have just allowed
Spoken.
yourself to not be
Yes.
successful.
Not
I
right.
believe that.
Right.
Speak the
Right.
positiveness into it
I
and it will
believe
happen.
that.
Yes.
Watch what comes out of that mouth. I
That
believe that.
mouth. Oh,
Yes, I
The
believe
red
that.
words mean a
Oh,
lot.
ladies edition. Hello, ladies, especially the one in the red hat.
Brandon. What?
Who said that?
Brampton.
We have a red-haired lady up here.
Hey, Brampton. Now, wait a minute. Brampton. Ain't nothing but Mundingo over here.
Oh, let
And
me
no
pass you my
estrogen
red
for these
lipstick.
things. No
I
estrogen.
got mine here too, Nikki. You can have it.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
Have some of my lipstick.
the hell you say? You put no lipstick
They
on
said,
me.
Oh
Yeah.
my, oh my
I'm a
goodness.
boy.
That is too funny.
Like
I'll
Cat
be
Williams
woke.
said,
Welcome. Thanks for being here.
I'm a boy.
I think this is my first time seeing you. Appreciate you being here tonight. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
She said she couldn't resist teasing me like that.
I know, yeah. Brampton is a hoot. My
Yes,
mom always
indeed.
said if you have trouble with one or two people, it's probably them. But if you have problems with everyone, it's you. Yeah.
Thanks.
Ooh,
Everybody
yeah,
can't be wrong, right?
that's
Thanks.
right. That
Exactly.
is so true.
Somebody's not lying.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So
I was just
true.
Yes,
talking to my
yes.
mother about this.
Yes,
If
Bernie.
Yes,
when
it
you
does.
can face yourself and face your shortcomings or whatever people are saying, everybody gonna keep saying the same thing. Sometimes you have to take responsibility, and once you take responsibility for who you are, the things you've done, or what you said, or whatever it is, and say, okay, you know what, that is me. You can grow from that. But once you do that, your whole life will change. You know what I'm saying? Your
Yeah.
whole
Yeah.
understanding will change. But a lot of people refuse to take responsibility for anything. What everybody's saying is a lie. They're not telling the truth. That's not
Yeah.
me. Blah blah blah. But once you face it, you can change. Say, you
Yeah.
know what?
Mhm.
Maybe I am doing that. Maybe I am rubbing people the wrong. Whatever it
Yeah.
is. But once you can
Yeah.
face that and be true to yourself, then the
Mhm.
rest of
Hmm.
it's gonna be easy.
Right.
Yes. Release
Right.
that luggage, that heavy luggage, and free
Oh man.
yourself. Okay?
Like, you know
Right.
what?
Free
Right.
Maybe I
yourself.
do. Yeah. I, anywho.
I'll tell you one
Yep.
thing that the book of Proverbs has
Hmm.
the tools that you need in life to make
Hmm.
the correct judgments, discernments, how people are, how you should treat other people. It gives you the whole A to Z
Right.
Yeah.
about how to treat people and
Right.
how to also watch out
What
for
you do.
certain types of people. I
Hmm.
mean, it's in the book. It's in the
Right.
book.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Are
Yeah.
you excited about your
Are you
future?
excited about the future? If you could change anything in today's world, what would it be? Yankee sister, let's start with
Mm.
you.
Oh boy. If I could change anything in the world, I would just, I go back to just treating each other with
Hmm.
kindness
Hmm.
and not trying to take everything and be above everyone, you know, to share, to give. These aren't things that I'm just saying because they sound good. But if we could just stop, take a breath in this
Mhm.
world, in this universe that we're in, there's
Mhm.
just so much happening around us right now that if we just be kind, I mean,
Yeah.
it's simple, just kindness would go such a long way.
Yeah. What do you think, Miss Shirley? Would you could change anything in today's world? What would it be?
Well, I believe in the Bible wholeheartedly. And in Revelations 21:4, in regards to death being no more, and how the
Mm-hmm.
former things, death and sickness, will be the formal things.
Mm-hmm.
I'm losing too many friends and family,
Yeah.
and at one point it got so bad that I was going to two to three funerals a week.
Mm.
Mm.
And these are not just older people; these are younger people
Mm-hmm.
and people around my age. And I was like, the older ones is outliving everybody, And
Mm-hmm.
I was like, if all these friends and stuff keep dying, who's gonna be around if I should pass away to mourn me?
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
was getting a little depressed there for a minute, and I had to learn to snap out of it. And the Bible promises a new heavens and a new earth, and all these things
Mm-hmm.
will appear. And that's what I'm looking forward to. I'm tired of being sick. I'm tired of having aches and pains. I'm
Mm-hmm.
just sick and tired of being sick and tired. You know what I'm saying? I like to wake up where I'm not hurting.
Yeah.
I'm going through a lot of health issues right now, and they're not good. And I keep smiling to keep from pulling my hair out by the roots.
Yeah.
So it's when you open up your eyes and wake up and see another day, you thank God for it.
Yeah,
Because
that's right.
Yeah.
you know,
Didn't have to be that way.
start from there and just kind of
Hallelujah.
work my way through the day.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm just waiting on things to get better. That's all I'm looking for.
Hi, Gail. Yeah, people are laying out. It's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, Miss Shirley, for sharing. Miss Georgia Peachnut, what say you? If you could change
I
anything in today's world.
First of all, I fell in the garden earlier this year on my bottom, so I wish I could change that because being
Ouch.
my age and falling, yeah, I feel like an iron board flat on my
Mm.
back. So I'm so
Doing
glad
those
that is
long
changing
legs,
my.
huh?
Hey, listen, no legs at all, everything hit the ground, and I feel it every day I wake up, and I just think about how good, even though I wasn't 100% feeling good, but I felt so much better before I fell. But I would like to change, if I could,
Mm-hmm.
racism, hunger,
Mm.
homelessness, all those things,
Hmm.
and just change people's hearts and want them to just be filled with love, which would encompass everything. If you have love, you will make sure no one's hungry, nobody is without a home, nobody is without clothes, and we'll see about our neighbor more.
Yeah.
So that's what I would change if I had the opportunity to just fill people's
That's
hearts with love and joy, so that we would take
Mm-hmm.
care of each other
Yeah.
and we
replace
won't
love.
have
Yeah.
this hunger.
Yeah.
I mean, I pass people on the street now. I just wonder, how do they make it balled up in a knot when it's cold at night? And I
Yes.
Yeah.
pass them again the next day and they're still there.
Yeah.
And how do they make it? They're just balled up and it's
Yeah.
down into the 30s. So
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I can't help everybody. I do what I can, but I would just like to see everybody just reach out and say, okay, here's a blanket. We go back and give this person a blanket, give them some food, give them whatever. I
Mm.
can't worry about if they're sitting there lying about their situation. I can't worry about that.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
between
Mm-hmm.
them and God. All I know
There's
is right
yeah.
now it's 34 degrees out here, and they have a black coat on and just some things around them, and it's cold. So, I
Yeah.
would like to change people's hearts where there's no racism, no hunger, like I said. Everybody will have shelter, food, clothes.
Yeah.
Yeah. In this country, there's no reason why anybody should be out
There
on the
is
street cold
no
hot,
reason.
No
or
one was
hungry. We
there.
throw away so much food. It's ridiculous. There's no reason why.
None.
Thank you.
Yeah. We need to change our hearts. You're right.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. Miss Patty, won't you bring it on home?
If I could change anything, it would be taking out the stony hearts and giving hearts of flesh. And I would start with family first, because so many times now people are so cold. They have their ears have been waxed cold. They
Mm-hmm.
call wrong right and right wrong, and they're just not kind to people when it's no need not to be kind. If I could change anything in the world, in my community, I would change the crime that's going on around me
Yeah.
every day. But I also know that the Bible is fulfilling all of the things that we're seeing now going on, wars and rumors of wars, children
Mm-hmm.
against parents, parents against children. It's already been prophesied. So
Yeah.
we know these things are going to happen. And I always believe that everything happens with purpose.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So God allows everything to be what it is. Not saying that He put these things on us, but He allows for whatever reason, because
Allow.
we have to remember our ways and thoughts are not like His. So
No.
Exactly.
we don't have the answers to many
Right.
of the questions that we have. Only God knows
Only.
why
Mm-hmm.
things are the way they are. So
Mm-hmm.
I just keep praying, for better, for
Yeah.
things to be better. And that's
Mm-hmm.
all of us can do, is just pray, because the prayers of the righteous avails much. So we just keep doing what we're doing righteously, praying for things. We can
Yeah.
see some change in some things, because I do believe that prayer changes things.
Yes.
And
Yes, it
that's
does.
Yes.
that's where I am. And I
Mm-hmm.
would want to wipe out the homelessness and the abuse on children and the elderly. That is a concern of mine, because it's
Yes.
too much elderly abuse, too much molestation, too many things going on with our children that shouldn't be
Yeah.
going on. And some of these things are at the hands of the parents. So if
Yeah.
I
Mm-hmm.
could change anything, it would be those things I spoke.
Yeah. Domestic violence, all of it.
Domestic
All of
violence,
it.
and I'm in agreement with every lady here, every lady of wisdom and male, Stacy has spoken. So I'm in
Yes.
agreement with everyone else.
Yeah. Thank you, ladies, so
Ooh,
much. So much. This was so good. This was so good.
I've enjoyed it, and thank you so much for having me for the second time around.
Yes.
I'm grateful, and I've enjoyed all of the other ladies on the panel, and
Mm-hmm.
I have learned, and I'll take things away from what everybody has said. Everyone has brought something positive to the table, all of us.
Yes. Tell us about your channel, Miss Patty, before you go.
I am Patty's Kitchen, Garden, and More. I recently changed my name from Patty's Southern Kitchen and More, because I incorporated some light gardening in my channel, and I am enjoying that. I'm enjoying getting so many tips from you fine gardeners and farmers. So I cook, I do a little cooking. I am variety. I take you to historic places. I do tours there. I take you to parks. I walk along and talk with you. I share some words of wisdom sometimes, and try to motivate, inspire, as well as, show love and kindness toward everyone. And I just do a variety of things. I don't have a niche. I started out cooking, but I
Yeah.
started prepping, I started doing other things, and I am enjoying myself. I love what I'm doing. I love my YouTube family. I'm in different communities, and I love all of you. I've learned from
mm-hmm.
many of you, and I
What
thank
about
you.
your morning walks, Miss Patty? When can we catch you live doing your morning
Um,
walks?
Usually I will walk 7:45 a.m. Central Standard Time, 8:45 a.m. Eastern,
Mm-hmm.
and of course 5:45 a.m. Pacific Time. And
Mm-hmm.
I walk as the weather permits. You know, I move with the weather. A lot of times I walk on a treadmill, but I prefer walking outside because I can show you the great outdoors and nature and talk as we walk and have conversation. However, I miss a lot of the comments, but Nikki does a great job of holding things down for me as I walk along with my other fine moderators as well. So I am grateful to Nikki and all of you.
My pleasure. My pleasure. Thank you, Miss Patty. All right, Yankee Sister, tell us about your channel.
Well, my channel, I'm in Connecticut, Zone 6A, and I was inspired to start a channel by some of the people that are in the chat right now, like Auntie Ellen and Miss Catherine of
Oh.
Catherine's Garden and Home. Yeah. And there's so many, many more. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I just do a documentary. I just try to do a documentary and show you some of the things and the struggles that a colder climate would have to deal with.
Mm-hmm.
And I've tried many different challenges. I always, grow during the winter, and I have a garage set up where I grow a lot of vegetables indoors during the winter, and that's been inspired too by I don't know if we can say other channels, but
Yeah,
okay,
go ahead. Yeah.
and Mike, they are very good with a lot of their ideas, and I've adopted a lot of them. So I show that, and I love flowers. So you
Mhm.
get to see a lot of flowers and vegetables and the challenges that I have in my growing area. And I
Awesome.
also want to say that I am I want to thank you so much for allowing and inviting me me again to be on your show. And I consider you my DC sister-in-law.
That's
You
right.
know? And
Sister-in-law.
yeah, my sister-in-law, because my husband was from DC.
All right. Shout
Yeah,
out DMD.
yeah, so I
Yeah.
consider you my sister-in-law, but
Yes.
I am so honored to be a part of this panel with all these beautiful women here
Yes.
tonight, and Stacy.
Oh
You
yeah,
know,
don't yeah, me too. Yeah, yeah.
And the one in the red hat.
yeah, the one in the red
The lady
hat.
with the red hat. Yeah.
You guys are, I love, like Miss Patty
Mhm.
said, I enjoy this community,
Mhm.
and I hold the honor of being an elder. I want
Yes.
to hold that honor,
Yes.
and you know, it's
Well
just such a
seasoned.
blessing.
Well seasoned.
Yes, well seasoned.
Thank you, Yankee Sister, my sister-in-law. Appreciate you for being here. All right. Miss Georgia Peachnut, tell us about your channel and anything else you'd like to share before we go.
Y'all don't have that much time.
Oh,
Um, First of all, let me thank you guys for having me on board. This is the second time. I sent a little something to you for you and Stacy. Stacy was out messing with the deers, and so I didn't want to bother him and spook
okay.
the deers by asking him for his email address. But in the package is something that I know you guys have children, grandchildren, what have you, a little show and tell or would help with like history or history period, historical
Okay.
piece for you to have and you can share.
Thank you
Um,
so much.
but
Okay.
I just thought, what could I do? Because I consider it a privilege and an honor that you even thought about me. I'm just out there
Oh,
crazy in the garden, just showing people what I do. I may have on a black glove and a blue glove. Who knows? One pops. I'm not going back in the house to get them. I have to keep on moving. So that's just me. I have my glasses. I don't have them on now, but I have 2 pair of glasses and my net fan. Y'all see me out there? Be ready now. I can't do that. You
Yes.
get a little bit seasoned, you be kind of hot. The season make you hot. So, you out there in the garden, even when it's cool, I have my fan around my neck because I have to be prepared. I don't want to come back in the house and whatever. So I just take everything out there with me. And I know people like, she got a net fan. She has on 2 pair of glasses. Really, I have 6 pairs on. And that's because within the past 2 years, I've had 7 eye surgeries. People don't know.
Wow.
I mentioned it a couple of times, but it didn't stop me from gardening.
No, it has not.
Doctor say, don't go out there and look up at the sun. Don't look down. So I was out there like this, straight ahead with the glasses on, because I'm not about to lose all my stuff out there because y'all
Okay.
keep cutting to my eyeballs. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I just do year-round gardening because I like to eat year-round, and it's challenging in the wintertime. So I would take a chance on something. I try to grow anything I can grow in growing zone 8A. Anything that I would want to grow that they say you can't grow and grow in zone 8A. I'm that child that you say you can't do it. I will try it. I will do the microclimate to bring it up or down to where it needs to be. So I want people to just see it's possible. I run into so many people who are afraid of gardening. They're afraid of failure. And it scares me. And what scares me even worse is that they say, well, I just come to your garden. No.
No. No, you're not.
You will not. And I get that a lot, and they are serious.
Yeah.
It's scary to think that people do not want to even try to do this on their own.
Yeah.
They're going to have to if they watch what's going on. You can't escape it. So I try my best to show them what I'm doing and how I do it.
Right.
It's not the only way. I let them know there's not just one way to garden. There are multiple ways, depending on my front and my back is different. This side of my loquat tree is flowering and producing fruit, and this side is doing nothing, which means the climate is different on one side than it is on the other. Just to try to educate people, it is a fearful thing for me. People need to know. We're going to get to the point where you are going to have to know. So I just want to teach people what I do. My motto is, if I can help somebody, I've been like that. I've had that as my motto since I was a child.
Yeah.
And that's the environment I was raised up in, because for too long, the powers has rested with the hands of the privileged few. And, they act in their own best interest, right?
Yeah.
And nobody's advocating for the people who have less power. Y'all know what I'm saying. I'm not going to preach. But anyway, so I try to advocate for people. People are looking for a leader. I'm not trying to be a leader. But I'm saying more people, you just pay attention, are looking to be led. So I just do my part. Someone bought some food while we were sitting here. My friend is a general manager of a restaurant. And whatever's left, she brings over here. And we're going to give that food away tomorrow.
Yes. Awesome. I love
y'all
that.
See my field of greens. I'm out there.
Yeah. It's a lot of greens out there.
I love them. And we got to get up before the frost comes. It's like,
she says they field of greens.
Kind of deer. Station, what kind of deer is that we got going on here in Georgia? There's a different deer nowadays. It's different color and everything, and they have a different appetite.
Yeah, sometimes they do come in different shades, but they're just whitetail deer. They do have different shades in the coats.
They're long. They look like a dog tail, but it's a deer.
Even the deer are evolving. They're changing.
It depends on how large they are, but yeah, their tails can be kind of long. Yeah.
Well, we got the long ones. We had the white-tailed ones, but now this year we got the long-tailed ones, and they travel in packs of 10s and 15s. They just
short tail, long tail, fast tail. They got tails.
Yeah.
They end up on the back of my truck. I don't care what they tail doing.
We give it a lot of stuff.
Get your tail on the back of my truck, huh?
Well, you saw the video of me talking. Me telling the deer to get out my car. He turned around and looked at me like it was his place.
Yeah.
I'm like, you better get up out of here. Yeah, but we have a lot of greens. We're trying to, we harvest. I have my honey. So my whole thing is to do my job, to do what I can to help anybody. and
Well,
that's
you
all
know
I
what,
can do.
Miss Peachnut, all we can do is help those who want to be helped, and those who do not. You know, you can't force somebody to want something more for themselves. You know, we can't force them to want it more than they do for themselves. So
Yeah,
help those who want to be helped.
but it's so
Sadly,
heartbreaking
I
when
know
they
it's
have
sad,
time.
but what we can't, what else can we do? We can't
Yeah,
beat them across the head and force them.
Mhm.
So
I
those
wish
who
I
want the
could.
help, you help those. You help
Yeah,
those.
but
Thank you so
that's
much,
me. I'm a
ma'am.
giver. I'm a
Thank you,
giver.
ma'am.
You
Thank you
welcome.
so much. I know, I know. I get it. I get it. Miss Shirley.
Well, hey, hello everyone. Miss Shirley O.G. Gardner, Cleveland, Ohio, Zone 6B. I love people. I love talking to people. I love sharing with people. And the pandemic, even though it was and still is dangerous, it
Mhm.
has brought so many people together with like minds
Mhm.
in regards to gardening. Not only
Yeah.
gardening, but to share whatever skill they may have, whether it's legal advice,
Mm-hmm.
mental advice, whether it's for food, whether it's crafters, whether you're painting, crocheting, making tumblers or t-shirts like they've been. We have so many beautiful people in our community.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They're open. They're not selfish. They share stuff. I get
Yes.
packages, so I ask for one thing, and when you open it up, it's like, whoa, okay. I was like,
Yeah.
wow, didn't see that coming. And
Right.
I just enjoy it. And I've actually cried on some of the stuff I have gotten because I didn't think I would get something that nice, or someone
Mhm.
thought of me that I might not have never met to take their time to share whatever they have. So this
Yes.
garden community is awesome.
Amazing.
Yes.
Amazing.
I
Yes.
mean, I can't give enough kudos to our gardening community because we
Amen.
are from all walks of life. We're all ages. We're all different uh,
Mhm.
ethnicities. I mean, we
Mm-hmm.
have it all going. And it's not just here in the United States. We got people overseas and out of the country that
Mhm.
tune in to our lives or has been shared out to other people outside our
Mm-hmm.
our bubble, so to speak. This
Yeah.
this current community is a lot bigger than we think it is, and it's
Yes.
touching and reaching a lot more people than we think it is. Because
Right.
sometimes I get comments of people that I know I haven't seen a channel or seen a live, but they're supporters because they
Yes.
like what we do, and they're
Right.
really good supporters, and I really appreciate them. So I just want to say thank you to
Mm-hmm.
everyone that's watched this live tonight. Thank you, Stacy.
Mhm.
Thank you, Nikki, for inviting me. I know the last time the sound was a little muffled, but this time I guess I made up for it.
Yeah,
But
for
I
Yeah.
sure.
appreciate you guys. And when I come in from Bible study on Wednesday, they say don't drink before you go to your Bible study, but you can have one when you come back. So,
Right.
so you're in my night out really good on Wednesday evenings. But thank you so much for being
Mm-hmm.
the people that you are. Along with Bougie, that y'all reach out to so many people and you
Mm-hmm.
make people come up like this and make the community and vote and just say we love you all. Thank you
Right.
so much.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes. Thank you, wonderful ladies, for
So
just
much.
being on the show. I believe
Happy
this is,
Veterans Day.
yes, happy Veterans Day. And this is each of your second time here on the show, right?
Yeah.
You've
Yes.
all
Mhm.
been here. So, yeah, that's going to be a trivia question one of these days. You are the very first to be a second time guest on the show. So, you all keep that in your back pocket.
Okay.
Um, yeah. So, did you have anything to say, Stacy?
No, I just appreciate all of the ladies who coming up, and it just makes me feel like it I did when I was a kid. I used to like to stop and talk to like people sitting on the. I'm from Georgia. Y'all know how we do that here. You see older
Mhm.
people sitting on the porch. We determined was older. They may not even been that much older than us, but everything above our age
Mhm.
was older. And I used to love to just stop and talk to them and soak up that wisdom, and that's what this feels like. It feels like, when I was a teenager and I was just stop and talk to, these older ladies or men or whoever, and just got that good old time knowledge, the way that you're supposed to live your life and how it was back in the day, and to learn the struggles and to see how far we've come and the whole nine. I enjoy
Yeah.
all of that. So I appreciate you ladies coming up here sharing your wisdom, your knowledge. I really do appreciate it. I knew this was going to be a great live when me and Nikki sat there and we ought to bring up, some ladies
Yeah,
and
ladies panel. Yeah.
have a
Yeah.
ladies
This
panel
won't be
with
the
all.
last.
And I
This
was
won't
like,
be
oh
the
man,
last.
yeah, that's gonna be great. Like we can get some of them up. So
Yeah.
yeah, I appreciate you guys for coming up. Thank you
Yeah.
so much.
Yes. Thanks again, ladies. We pray that you ladies have a wonderful night, and may God give you guys everything that you need and a lot of what you want. All right.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
All right.
Yes.
Thank you, guys. You can drop yourselves down.
Okay.
How do
Good
you do
night.
that?
Good night.
How you drop yourself
All
down?
right.
I don't know how to do that.
Oh, I'll drop. Let's see. I'll drop you.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
There we go. Good night, everybody. Good night,
I'm gonna
ladies.
face
Good
my
night.
head and voice get bigger. What's going on?
Something about that red hat. Something about that red
Right.
hat. This has been an awesome show. Welcome, Bayou Sugar Garden.
Hey, Bayou,
Welcome. Thanks for being here.
enjoy the
Type a
garden.
1 in the chat if you enjoyed this night. So much wisdom, as I call them, seasoned ladies.
Yeah, season like them pinto beans I got in there. I'm gonna eat when I get off here.
Yes, indeed. All right. Let's see. Auntie Ellen, she's celebrating her 75th birthday today. Joy in the garden, joy of the garden and home.
What's going on,
Welcome. Good to see you tonight.
Yeah.
We got to play her birthday song for her tonight. This was so good.
Tanya Lewis, Blues Clues.
This is for you, Auntie Ellen. Hopefully you're still in here. G-Quat Traditions. This is for you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you.
Birthday again. Everybody's typing in ones. You all enjoying. Okay, so I have a question for you guys. Do you guys want to do the $5 Cash App tonight, or do you want to do a $10 Cash App next week? So type a 1, no, type a 2 if you want to do the $5 Cash App tonight. Type a 3, and type a 3 if you want a $10 Cash App next week. So we'll double it up next week, or you all want to
that 10 that week. Shit.
type in 2 if you want the $5 Cash App tonight. Type a 3 if you want to double it up next week and do a $10 Cash App. Let's see. What is it looking like, Stacy?
I see some threes. I see 3 threes anyway. 4 threes.
There's Auntie Ellen. Hope you heard your birthday song. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
I see some 3s, some 2s. Saying happy birthday. Okay, some 3s. I see a lot of 3s. I think everybody wants to double it up next week.
Y'all know I got selective amnesia.
Okay, so remind us next week. We're gonna double it up. Brooke said 1, 2, 3. All right, so yeah, because it's getting late, and we thank you guys so much for hanging in there with us. Usually we would have closed out by now, but when you have 4 wonderful, beautiful guests, you want everybody to be able to say what they want to say, and
don't forget about the giveaway. The
jackpot.
The jackpot. Yeah, plug that right quick. We can get out of here.
Yeah, the micro farmer, the chat, and Wind Down Wednesday jackpot. Let me pull that up really quick. If you still want to get in, let's see. Let me pull it up right here. Micro Farmer, Wind Down Wednesday, and the chat jackpot wheel winners will be announced on next Wednesday, November the 15th, on Hands in the Dirt channel at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you want to get on the wheel, you still have time to send $10 to $ Nick Fave, $10 to get on that wheel. You have until Tuesday November the 14th at 3:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to send in your $10 to get on the wheel. So Tuesday by 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Is that clear, everybody? If you want to know what gifts you'll be getting, you can check. Let's see, we did that on Wind Down Wednesday. So go back to the last Wind Down Wednesday. We held up everything that all the prizes for the wheel. So good luck to all of those. I think we're up to like 40 people who have who sent in their cash to get on the wheel. So good luck to those 40.
Yeah.
And let's see, let's get on down here to our last words. Thank you guys so much again for being here. Some people would rather get even than get ahead. Those are the last words. Let that speak to your hearts.
Yes.
All right. Thank you again so much. Thank you, Georgia Peachnut. What's that?
My cash app is sad. I had $6, then donated $5 to a beautiful young lady to help get her tiny home started.
Oh, that was nice of you. Yeah, you're gonna get that back. You're gonna get that back. Give and it will be given to you.
That's true.
All right, let's get out of here, Stacy. Great show, Stacy.
Wonderful
Great show. Co-host. Great show, co-host.
I just do what you tell me to do. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Stop. All right, Red Hat. Good night, you guys.
Good night, everybody.